My dear students, welcome back. A very good morning to all and all. I am G. Bharat Kumar, working as assistant professor in the department of CSC. In the last class, we had discussed about the DBMS course objectives, what are the prerequisites of database management systems, what is the syllabus, and what is the laboratory syllabus, and what are the outcomes of database management systems. Finally, what is the difference between data and database. In the last class, we have covered those concepts. In today's session, we will concentrate on what is the database management systems. In the last class, we have covered the difference between data and database. Simply, the data means the information, database means collection of related information. Okay, so we have discussed the 4 definitions regarding the database. Now in today's session we will start with the different database management system softwares. Actually, DBMS is a software. It is used to manage the database. DBMS is used to manage the database. For that point of view, we are using the softwares either Oracle or MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL SQL, MongoDB, MariaDB, IBM DB2, SAP HANA, DBase, FoxPro, SQLite, LibreOffice Base. These are the different DBMS software names. All the softwares goal is same. All the softwares are used for to manage the database, but different industries are using the different softwares. Okay, based on their requirement, based on the ability of the softwares, they are using the different softwares. Actually, the Oracle database software is developed by the Oracle. MySQL, actually the MySQL is the open source relational database management system. Microsoft SQL Server, that is also called as MS SQL Server, it is developed by Microsoft. Next, PostgreSQL, actually the SQL stands for Standard Query Language. PostgreSQL is developed by Global Development Group. MongoDB is actually this is a document oriented database. It is developed by MongoDB institutions. MariaDB is developed by MariaDB is also used for to manage the databases. IBM DB2 is developed by IBM. SAP HANA is developed by SAP Software Enterprises. DBase, actually developed by DBase Communication Developer. The developer name is Ratliff. Next, another database software names are FoxPro, SQLite, LibreOffice Base. All the softwares are used for to manage the database only. Okay, so generally at the time of engineering students, maximum students are using the Oracle or MySQL softwares. Coming to the storage areas, where we will store the data in based on the situations, based on the data, we are using the data, we are storing the data in either files or hard disk or solid state storage data or optical storage data. Generally, the data is available in the paper format. At that time we are storing those papers in the files format. Okay, suppose we have very little amount of data, it is enough, the data is stored in the form of files. When we are using the hard disk, suppose our laptop or mobile or system storage is up to 500 GB. Suppose we want our aim is to store the data more than 500 GB. At that situations we are preferred for the hard disk. Okay, next, what is the difference between solid state storage data and optical storage data? So actually these four are the storage areas of data. So coming to the solid state storage data, actually it is a type of non-volatile computer storage. Actually it stores and retrieves the digital information. Okay, so the solid state storage data is used for to store and retrieve the digital information using only electronic circuits. Actually here without any involvement of moving mechanical parts, like actually the solid state storage data examples are RAM. Okay, the example devices of solid state storage data are MMC, multimedia card, SD, secure digital, SSD, solid state drive, USB flash drive. Those are the example devices for solid state storage data. Coming to the optical storage data, actually in the optical storage data the data is stored in form of dots. The data pattern like dots. The examples of the example devices of optical storage data is Blu-ray, HD DVD, DVD RAM, CDR, DVD-R, like that. Actually the optical storage data or all read and write activity are performed in the optical storage data is available. In this all data is saved like as patterns of data which can be easily read and which using of light. That's why the optical storage data are also called as the light storage. Okay, these are the storage areas of data: files, hard disk, SSD and OSD. Coming to the DBMS, what is the meaning of DBMS? Actually the DBMS is a software. Okay, why we are using the DBMS? Because of to manage the database. Actually the database means collection of information. Here our aim is to manage the database. What is the meaning of managing here? Suppose the new data is adding, old data is removing. Based on our requirement we will add some fields, some attributes, like that. That's why we are using the DBMS softwares. What are the DBMS softwares? Oracle, MySQL, okay, IBM DB2, like that. Okay, so next here I will include an example. Suppose the DBMS softwares are MySQL, Oracle. These are the very popular commercial databases which is used in different applications. Based on our requirement we are using these database softwares. Next, coming to the DBMS, what DBMS provides? Actually DBMS is an interface to perform various operations like creation, storing the data, updating the data, creating some tables, like that. Here the DBMS is a software which is used to manage the database. Actually it provides the protection and security also. The goal of DBMS, actually in the last lesson also we are discussed about one of the objective. Here we are studying about the how to provide the protection and security to the DBMS. So the DBMS software also provides the protection and security, and at the time of multiple users, at the same time the information, more than one user are also searching for same information. At that time it maintains the data consistency. So that's why the DBMS provides protection and security, and it maintains data consistency also. Next, another definition of DBMS. All the definitions are telling about the same information. DBMS is used for maintain or managing the database. Here the DBMS stores data in such a way that it becomes easier to retrieve, manipulate and produce the information. Same meaning. Next, another definition refers to the technology of storing and retrieving users data with utmost efficiency. That means storing and provide the protection and security efficiency along with appropriate security measures. Another definition, also same meaning, it is a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access those data. Here our aim is to manage the database. At that point of view, here we will implement the programs. Here also the same meaning. Next, then continuation, the collection of data usually referred to as the database contains information relevant to an enterprise. All the information is interrelated. The primary goal of DBMS is to provide the store and retrieve database information that is both convenient and efficient as per the user requirement. The database management system provides the convenient and efficient data consistency, all those things. Coming to another definition, actually this is a software. Why we are using this software? To design and maintaining and utilizing large collections of data. The need for such systems, actually it is growing rapidly. The alternative to using a DBMS is to store the data in files and write application specific code to manage it. Actually these are the goals of DBMS also. Why we are using the DBMS? Because to managing the database. Next, coming to the why we are studying the DBMS, because nowadays wherever we will move, definitely our data is stored in the databases. Here we will discuss about why we are studying the DBMS. Traditional data was organized in file formats. Actually in the previous days all the data are stored in form of files only. Nowadays all the very small business oriented applications also using the database applications. That's why definitely we are learning, definitely we are focus on DBMS. So real world entity, so a modern DBMS is more realistic and uses real world entities to design its architecture. It uses the behavior and attributes too. For example, a school database may use student as an entity and there is an attribute. Real world entity, so ప్రపంచం మొత్తం కూడా ఓకే. సో nowadays the DBMS, the databases are using, suppose we will consider a school. In that school every student in the school, the entities are students, faculty, staff, non-teaching staff, books, like that. So suppose we will consider the student table. In that table the age is an attribute. So already we know the meaning of entity. Entity means any object. So here we will consider the student as an entity. Here we will consider the attribute names as student information, like student number, student age, student gender, student father name, like that. Those are the attributes name. So definitely each and everything, definitely all the institutions are maintain the databases. That's why definitely we will study, we will learn the DBMS. Relation based tables. So here we will implement, here we will insert the table. Here we will, our aim is to create some tables. Actually we have data, we have the data, all data is available with us, but the data is not understand some, the data is not form some structure. At that point of view, with the help of DBMS we will implement the tables. That's why we will learn the DBMS. So DBMS allows entities and relations. Definitely all the entities maintain some relationships. Suppose we will consider the college database. In the college database, students, faculty are some entities. Here the student faculty relation is all the faculty are teaching some students, at least some students. That is the relation between student and faculty. Suppose we will consider the, in the classroom, student and benches are the entities. All the students are sitting on the benches. That is the relation. So each and every entities, at least some of the entities maintain the some relationship between the entities. Next, coming to the third one, isolation of data and application. A database system is entirely different than its data. Actually here data and database system are different, because data means information, but the database management system means the software. So that's why here we have not enough the data. Okay, data ఒకటి ఉంటే సరిపోదు, definitely it maintains some structure. So how we will create some structure? Definitely with the help of DBMS only. with the help of DBMS software we will we will apply the tables on that particular data. So a database is an active entity, whereas data is said to be passive. So definitely the database is the active entity. So that's why we will study the DBMS. DBMS also stores metadata, which is data about data to is its own process. Coming to another, less redundancy. Actually a lot of tables are related problems, redundancy problems are occurred. At that time we are applying the normalization. With the help of normalization we will reduce the redundancy. So less redundancy, it is very useful for the developers or users. So at the time of definitely we will learn the DBMS for to reduce the redundancy. At that point of view we will study about the normalization. Consistency, how we will maintain, the consistency on the tables. When we are applying the consistency DBMS, definitely we will discuss about the DBMS, definitely we will learn about the DBMS, then only we will apply the consistency on the table. So that's why we will study about the DBMS. Query language. So based on the requirement we will write queries on that particular database, on that particular tables. That's why definitely we will learn, we will study about the DBMS. These are the characteristics, or these are the why we are studying the DBMS. Okay, this is the explanation about why to study the DBMS, what is the meaning of DBMS. Thank you very much. Thank you.